The air around Manchester City was thick with questions, heavy with the weight of expectation and recent disappointments. The fans, usually a sea of unwavering blue, were murmuring with uncertainty. After a season that felt, by their standards, a little off. The Premier League title, once seemingly their birthright, felt distant. Key players were underperforming, and the tactical fluidity that had defined their dominance seemed to have deserted them. Arriving at the FIFA Club World Cup, a tournament often seen as a formality for European giants, presented an opportunity. City had a point to prove, to themselves, to their fans, and to the world. Doubts lingered, but beneath the surface, a steely resolve was beginning to form. Not just another trophy, but a global statement. This wasn't just about adding silverware to the cabinet, it was about reasserting their position as a global footballing force. The final against Juventus was more than a game. It was a clash of titans, a battle for supremacy on the world stage. It was a test of character and hunger. Could they rediscover the fire that had propelled them to the pinnacle of the sport? City's form had been inconsistent, a roller coaster of highs and lows that left supporters scratching their heads. Flashes of brilliance mixed with vulnerability, moments of magic interspersed with defensive lapses. And rivals sensed weakness. The scent of vulnerability was in the air, and their opponents were ready to pounce. This final was a chance to reset the narrative, to silence the doubters and reclaim their status as the team to beat. And City seized it. They embraced the challenge, walking onto the pitch with a renewed sense of purpose. From the first whistle there was a renewed focus, a palpable intensity that had been missing in recent weeks, a team on a mission. Every pass, every tackle, every run was executed with unwavering determination. What followed was a declaration, a resounding statement of intent that echoed around the stadium and across the globe. Technical superiority, a masterclass in passing, movement and control. Tactical intelligence, a display of strategic brilliance that left their opponents chasing shadows, and a performance echoing their greatest triumphs. It was a reminder of the heights they could reach when firing on all cylinders. This victory wasn't just about lifting a trophy. It was about sending a message to the rest of the footballing world. It was a message to every rival. A warning that the sleeping giant had awoken. City are back, maybe better than ever. The hunger is back. The determination is back. And the swagger is most definitely back. The questions were answered emphatically. Any lingering doubts were swept away in a wave of blue confetti and triumphant cheers. To truly understand the extent of Manchester City's dominance in this match, we need to delve into the numbers. Statistics don't lie, and in this case they paint a vivid picture of a team operating at the peak of its powers. A 4-0 scoreline only hints at the gulf. It's a superficial representation of a much deeper chasm in quality and execution. The score reflects the goals scored, but it doesn't tell the story of the chances created, the tackles won, or the sheer control exerted. City held a staggering 74% possession, a figure that speaks volumes about their ability to dictate the tempo and flow of the game. They starved Juventus of the ball, forcing them into a reactive rather than proactive role. For much of the match, City forced Juventus to chase shadows, relentlessly pressing and harrying them whenever they dared to venture into the City half. This relentless pressure took its toll both physically and mentally on the Juventus players. 25 shots rained down on the Juventus goal, a testament to City's attacking intent and creativity. Each shot represented a threat, a moment of anxiety for the Juventus defence. And of those, 15 were on target, a remarkable display of accuracy and precision. The Juventus goalkeeper was kept busy throughout the match, constantly called into action to deny City's relentless attacks. In stark contrast, Juventus managed just 3 shots in the entire match, highlighting their struggles to penetrate City's well-organised defence. And of those meagre attempts, only 1 found its way on goal, further emphasising City's defensive solidity and Juventus's attacking impotence. City's defensive structure suffocated Juventus, denying them space and time on the ball and effectively nullifying their attacking threats. Meanwhile, their attack was relentless, constantly probing and testing the Juventus defence, creating chance after chance. Passing was the heartbeat, the lifeblood of City's performance, dictating the rhythm and tempo of their attacks. They completed an astounding 812 passes, showcasing their ability to retain possession and control the game. And they did so at an incredible 92% accuracy, demonstrating their precision and composure on the ball. This is in stark contrast compared to Juventus's 275 completed passes, highlighting the vast difference in their ability to control the ball and dictate play. This level of control is classic Guardiola, a hallmark of his tactical philosophy and coaching prowess. Move the opposition, create space through intricate passing and movement, and then strike with ruthless efficiency. The stats reveal a team in perfect sync, each player understanding their role and executing it flawlessly. They were operating at their peak, a well-oiled machine firing on all cylinders. It was a statistical annihilation, a complete and utter dismantling of a formidable opponent. The numbers don't lie, they reflect total dominance, a masterclass in footballing excellence. When you dismantle a giant like Juventus, a team steeped in history and tradition in every department of the game, from attack to defense, from possession to passing accuracy, it's more than just a good day at the office. It's a statement. It's a statement of elite performance, a declaration of intent to the rest of the footballing world. City's return to this level of sustained excellence is rare in football history, a testament to their talent, dedication, and tactical brilliance. After the final whistle, Pep Guardiola was visibly delighted. "Tonight I saw the team I recognize," he said. "The hunger, the aggression, the way we played. This is Manchester City." He called the trophy the final piece of the puzzle. Now we have won everything. Even tough critics like Roy Keane admitted that was a proper performance. When City play like that, they're almost unstoppable. Tactical experts praised the return of City's control and discipline. Michael Cox noted the pressing triggers were perfect and Juventus never settled. It was a tactical masterclass born from intelligence and hard work. The consensus, a landmark performance, system and stars aligned. Guardiola's words and the pundits' respect confirmed it. City's new chapter of dominance had begun. The world took notice. City's win was built on tactical brilliance from Guardiola. Their fluid 4-3-3 morphed into a 3-2-4-1, creating midfield overloads and boxing in Juventus. De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva exploited half spaces, causing chaos for defenders. Fullbacks, especially Walker, inverted into midfield, adding control and security. City's high press suffocated Juventus, forcing errors and creating chances. Ball circulation was rapid, stretching Juventus and opening gaps for Foden and Grealish. By the final third, City's attackers found space to deliver killer passes. It was a tactical masterclass. Structural intelligence and technical excellence combined. While this was undoubtedly a team triumph, a victory forged in the fires of collective effort and shared ambition, it's impossible to ignore the brilliance of certain individuals. Every player contributed their part, executing the game plan with precision and passion. Yet, even within such a cohesive unit, several individuals stood out, their performances reaching exceptional heights. They were the architects of this famous victory, the players who seized the moment and left an indelible mark on the match. Rodri, the midfield metronome, anchored the team, providing a shield in front of the defence. He dictated the tempo of the game with his intelligent passing and unwavering composure. He was also instrumental in breaking up Juventus's attacks, thwarting their advances with timely tackles and interceptions. He was the unsung hero, the platform upon which City's victory was built. De Bruyne, looking back to his very best form, was a constant threat. He sliced open the Juventus defence with his incisive passing and creative vision. His vision and passing accuracy were simply sublime, unlocking the Juventus defence time and again. He ended the match assisting 2 crucial goals, showcasing his playmaking prowess. His relentless energy in the press was infectious, setting the tone for the entire team. It set the tone for City's relentless, high-intensity approach, suffocating Juventus and preventing them from building any sustained momentum. Phil Foden, with his youthful exuberance, dazzled on the wing. He scored a fantastic goal. He tormented defenders with his pace, trickery, and direct running. He displayed both incredible skill and intelligent play beyond his years. Foden's goal showcased not only his technical ability, but also his impeccable timing and growing maturity. He's already a key player, and undoubtedly a cornerstone for City's future success. At the back, the central defensive partnership of Dias and Stones was simply flawless. They kept the dangerous Vlahovic quiet, nullifying his threat with their astute positioning and physical presence. They were also instrumental in starting attacks from deep, distributing the ball with accuracy and purpose. Their composure and impeccable organisation at the back provided a solid foundation for the team. This allowed City's high press to function effectively, knowing they had a secure base behind them. The silent, often unseen work of these defenders was absolutely vital. Their defensive contribution was just as crucial to the victory as the spectacular goals scored at the other end. This was a complete team performance in every sense of the word. It was a night where the stars shone brightest on the biggest stage, etching their names into the annals of Manchester City's history. This Club World Cup triumph stands in stark contrast to City's earlier inconsistency. Last season they dropped points and lacked their usual control, looking vulnerable to counters. Defensive solidity was missing at times, but against Juventus, the old discipline returned. The team defended as one, restricting Juventus to just 3 shots. The tempo and intensity were back, quick passing, constant movement, and electric switches of play. This was the difference, using the ball as a weapon, not just for possession. Most importantly, City's mental hunger had returned. Every tackle, every press was celebrated, a team with renewed purpose and swagger. This was more than tactical or technical improvement, it was psychological, a rediscovery of their intimidating aura. For those less familiar with tactics, here's why City were so good. Guardiola's positional play divides the pitch into zones, ensuring players always have passing options and time on the ball. The high press means City win the ball back immediately, keeping opponents under constant pressure. This aggressive strategy requires fitness and coordination, but the rewards are huge. Win the ball, create chances. City also create overloads, deliberately outnumbering defenders in key areas to open up space. They're masters at shifting players to create mismatches and pull defences apart. Expected goals, XG, shows the quality of chances. City's XG was over 3.5, Juventus's below 0.2. The stats prove it. City didn't just get lucky, they created and denied quality chances. This was dominance by design, not chance. The reaction to City's victory was instant and global. Fans flooded social media with joy. Hashtags like #Citizens and #ClubWorldChampions trended for hours. The mood was relief and renewed confidence. That's the City I fell in love with. Media worldwide hailed the performance as a masterclass. Marca called it Guardiola's symphony, while Italian press admitted Juventus were powerless. Even rival fans, though reluctant, acknowledged City looked frightening. The sense of resignation from rivals was perhaps the biggest compliment. Analysts debated City's place among the greatest club teams ever, comparing them to Guardiola's Barcelona. The legacy conversation was reignited. City didn't just win, they made history. This performance set a new benchmark for modern football. The world was watching and impressed. What does this mean for City and world football? This 4-0 demolition felt like a turning point. All the pieces clicked. Tactical discipline, individual brilliance, collective hunger and aura. For rivals, it's a chilling warning. City's era of dominance is far from over. The challenge for Arsenal, Liverpool, Real Madrid and Bayern just got harder. With De Bruyne in form and the squad buzzing, City are favourites for every competition. The standard has been reset, higher than ever. This isn't an endpoint but a relaunch, a statement that the blue moon is rising again. The rest of the football world has been put on notice.